Okay, so here are some of those steps that we need to do whenever we're making conversions in the metric system. The first step, and this is what you guys need that we didn't get to on Friday. The first step is find the prefix you have. Okay, so on your paper they have in front of you, and you can't see that. On the paper you have milligrams. So we're going to find the prefix that we have in the list, and right here's milli. If you guys want to turn the light out, you can to maybe see it better up there. Okay, there. So right here's, I don't know if that helps or not, but right here's milli. And then in the next step, you're going to find the prefix you need. So in your problem, the first problem, we have milligrams and we want to go to grams. So we're just going to the base unit. So when I look at my milli, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 steps. Okay. When I go 3 steps, am I going up or am I going down? Milli to the base. I'm going up. Alright, so the third step, we kind of did that all together. The third step is count the steps. And they're kind of in quote steps between what you have and what you need. So between 1 and 2. So in our case, we had 1, 2, 3 steps. Then we're going to need to decide what to do with that. Okay? So that's where we had this arrow from last time. We're going to decide which operation to do. And we're not cutting anybody open. We're talking about a math operation. So if I go up, like we are doing in this problem, from milli to the base unit, okay, then my number needs to get smaller. Because this is big, I'm going to have a lot of little things. Let me see if I can get out of your way. I'm going to have a lot of little things inside the big thing. Okay, so I'm going to have less big things than I did little things. If that doesn't make any sense, just remember this. If I go up on my list, I'm going to divide. Okay? If I go down on my list, what's the opposite of divide? Multiply, right? Down on my list. So for our case, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 steps up. So I need a number that has 3 zeros. What number has 3 zeros and a 1 in front of it? 1,000. That's right. I heard some people saying that. All right, so let's look at our problem. So we know that we're going to divide because we're going up. So in this problem, I have 36.52 divided by 1,000. So if I put that in a calculator, okay, then I am going to get 0.03652. What's an easier way to do that? you could move the decimal point. If the moving the decimal point makes a lot of sense to you and you know how to do that, that's fine. Okay? Do you guys want to do another one together? Yes, I see heads shaking. So let's go ahead and do another one together so we can get some practice in. Did we get? Oh, and then the last step on our notes here would be number 5, calculate or move the decimal. All right, so let's do number 2 on our paper. On our worksheet, we have 14.72 kilograms, and we're trying to get to milligrams. All right, so think in your head, conceptualize. A kilogram's pretty big. A milligram is really little. So I'm going to have a lot more milligrams than I do kilograms. Okay, so let's match that up to what we got. We have, here is my kilograms, okay, and here is my milligrams. So how many steps is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I need a number with 6 zeros. Okay, so I'm gonna go 14.72. I don't know my operation yet, but I need 6 zeros. And so I'm gonna think, okay, if I went from kilo to milli, I'm going down, so I'm gonna multiply. So I'm gonna multiply here. And I'll show you that on the calculator, but you know you could move the decimal point. Let's see it on the calculator. There's 6 zeros. And so to kind of model that moving the decimal point, we know our number is going to get way bigger because there's a lot more little things than big things. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I move the decimal point. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if that makes perfect sense, and a thumbs down if you're still totally lost, and somewhere sideways if you're in between. So everybody should be showing me a thumb. Okay. Alright, we got lots of thumbs up on that. So I'm going to point out a couple of things on this crazy worksheet, and then I'm going to let you go, and I'll come around to the thumb sideways people. Number 6. This right here is centimeters cubed, and this is milliliters. Those are units of volume, so that's a derived unit. That's a weirdo in this list. 1 centimeter cubed equals 1 milliliter. And down here later for number 12, cc's equals 1 cc. Have you ever watched one of those like hospital shows or medical shows and they say, give me 50 cc stat? That's 50 milliliters of whatever the medicine is, or centimeters cubed. So you can kind of picture if you had a little tiny box, that was 1 cubic centimeter, it would be filled up with 1 milliliter of liquid. Does that make sense? Alright, I'm going to let you go and let you work on this worksheet. Okay, I'll come around and kind of look over your shoulder and check and see how you're doing, and then when you're done, you want to remember to try to work on those CK12 assignments too. Okay.